It says that I'm live. Okay, there are the button thingies. Alright. I didn't even check to see if my mic, like, just turn that hoe off. I didn't even check to see if this mic works. It should be. That was just me rubbing all over this hoe. Okay. Here we are. It's the morning. I just did a live well, not this morning, but last night. Where's my shit? Every time I get started, it says there's one person under the 1 minute mark, and I can't help but wonder maybe that's not an actual person. So I definitely need to take a couple hits of that. We're gonna try to roll a joint. I used to roll joints all the time in college, and then I stopped. Um, I don't know if I want y'all to see the weed. I haven't. Oh, I have tips. I haven't reached that level of comfortability on the internet yet, because people just be putting all sorts of bullshit on the internet. Um, I'm gonna just tilt it upward. There we go. There was something for my weed. So, yeah, this is a little container I keep it in. I'm covering it with my hands. Can you see the little? You can see the weed, the little weed symbol. You can see the weed. You can see the weed. Um, if they start arresting bitches for cyber crimes, like being in a state where it's not legal and then posting videos of yourself smoking weed, I'm like, I don't know. This isn't like the 60s. Like, I can't imagine them giving a fuck up that much anymore. They really shouldn't give a fuck that much. I'm like, there are people doing more heinous crimes that you should be busting the doors down for. I got a lot on my mind. I'm like feeling really like annoyed and anxious. Um, I quit one of my jobs about a month ago. Still haven't found a second job. I had to make my second job the main job, and I'm pissed because I used to work at this job before, and picking up more shifts has reminded me why I hate working for this place. There's no money. The place that I work for, it started off as a food truck. They sell like tacos for like $10. 6.50, $10. It's basically $10. It's if you get you a little drinky drink and only one taco, that's about $10. And I mean like a fountain drink, not like a what's it called? An alcoholic beverage. Spilling weed and shit. My Bob Marley grinder. The girlies that be going live, they make this shit look all cute, fun, and easy, but it's a lot of work into fitting into aesthetic culture. You know what I've been really irritated with? Like language on YouTube that's like the rise of, the demise of, the fall of. And I'm like, come on, like, enough already. All right, I'm gonna put little nugs. So this is what I'm gonna do, okay? I always say I'm gonna do it, and I never do. I'm going to set myself up with treats. So when I run out of weed, it'd be like, oh no, bitch, you still got that nug tucked away in that one thing. I don't know how I'm gonna get it out, but the Lord will be on my side. So we got this canister, and I got another one, and I know I saw it. And if it's not here, then I'm gonna be annoyed that I have to. It's like I'm gonna have to get up to get it. It's so. Oh no, it's right here. I was gonna say if it wasn't nearby, I'd be like, that's so not happening right now. Like that's just so like not happening right now. And it's just small little nugs, something to tempt myself with. Like, look at you thinking of us hiding weed from yourself so that you can be prepared for when you run out of the main weed. I got this weed for free, by the way. I haven't even started rolling the joint yet. One thing about when you're like smoking weed, there's a lot to the setup. Like it's a whole ritual. I don't have a rolling tray. I don't have shit really. I need to get stuff, but I don't have anything right now. I'm thinking about my life and about how I need to I'm like, I need to learn how to drive because that would save me so much money and problems. But I don't have a job yet. So I'm thinking first I need to get the job and then I can work on getting my license. So my thing is like I was living in a trailer for a year and so I didn't have time or space to really be able to like study for a driver's test, you know, cook food. So I'm not as big as a house like I am now. Oh, my hair was a wreck. I got my hair done this week, so my hair is now fine. Like my hair is good. Um, I'm just kind of like annoyed because I'm like, literally, what the hell? Like, but my hair is no longer tangled. It's detangled and it's all cute and fluffy. Um, Now I want to focus on getting a second job since I've now moved into a home again. So I want to focus on getting a second job, getting my driver's license so I can get a car, and also losing weight. I have to go to work today. I'm so fucking annoyed. Like, God help me. It's Friday. Some of my regulars should be there. I should make some decent money in cash tips. I bartend, and that's what I'm saying. The place that I work as, I bartend at, and I only bartend there 2 nights a week and on the busiest nights. I've been picking up shifts so that I can pay rent. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay rent on time this month. Um, that's why I have got to get another job. The fan's going, and I don't want it to blow my weed everywhere. It is blowing my papers everywhere, though. Um, but yeah, like me picking up shifts, I'm like, there's literally barely anybody that sits at the bar. Like, I'm fuming. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm at, sometimes I can get people to pull up every once in a blue moon, but like, I'm so annoyed. So fucking annoyed. Like, 8 minutes in of talking to ourselves. Last night I did a live for the first time doing this shit, and I had already had like a whole bunch of edibles before I started, and I was like, I wonder if y'all can hear me, knowing that there's no one fucking there watching. And I opened my phone and I start to watch myself, and it's lagged, so it's freaking me out. And then I'm like, oh, someone just came on while I'm testing this out. And I'm talking like there's someone there I don't know. And I'm like, you could be anybody. You could be my FBI agent that watches me. And then it dawned on me, hey, Gabs, you wanted to see how you looked on the live, right? So you opened one of your phones and you looked at yourself. And just as you started to look at yourself on the live from a different device, and it comes another person, is it possible that the other person is probably you? You is me. It was me. It was me. I usually don't roll joints because I'm a cheap ass and I don't like my weed to be gone that long. I don't get like super like fucked up stoned when I get high. I just like a couple of puffs sometimes just to take the edge off because I be tripping, okay? I wish things could go back to simpler times, but they can't. I'm gonna be so pissed if I roll this on the wrong side. So you see, when I have no nails, it's so much easier to roll a joint. Like you saw how I did that. Now if I was drunk, I could do it in under a minute. But I don't know what it is when I'm drunk. I'm like, let's go, let's roll it. But I'd be all like, I cannot do it with nails. I'll be ready to fight. You cannot watch me do nails. You can't watch me try to roll a joint while I have nails. That little leaf scared the shit out of me. I thought it was a roach for a second. It's just because it was shaped. It was weird, okay? Um, I once was at a bar, hanging out with this guy, and he was rolling a joint, and he rolls very slow. And I told him I can't roll with I had like a long acrylic nails, and it was like, you just have to do this, you just have to do that, and I legit said, get you some press-ons, and then you can talk to me. And I said it just like that, and I said it over and over again, because he kept trying to tell me how the way to do it, but he ain't never rolled no joint with no nails. I'm like, how you gonna sit here and tell me how I need to roll a joint with nails and you ain't never had no nails before? Get you some press-ons and then you can talk to me. Like they don't get you some press-ons and then you can talk to me. It's a cute little dainty joint. Is the tip more than a half the size of the joint? Yes. But I have a habit of never buying the correct size tips when I order paraphernalia on the interweb. I told myself I was only gonna do this for like 15 minutes, and like it's just about midnight time, and I barely smoked. Just smoke because I technically only have like what, two? No, in the real world I have no time left. It's next on my list. Practicing French. You know what? We're gonna now practice. You're gonna practice French with me, so let's get it popping. Because I kind of want to get this going. I don't know why nobody's out there, nobody's coming, and nobody's going to listen. But maybe if I keep saying that, maybe someone will show up one day. See, I practice French on Duolingo. I mean, I've already done my practice for today. I just want to keep it going. I'm on 92 days straight of practicing my French. I'm fucking killing it, okay? You'd think I'd be able to say more things.
The last couple of lessons have really given us the language we need to get to know some new people.
Let's listen to some introductions at a party in France.
Salut Justin, voici Marie, c'est ma collègue.
Enchanté, Marie.
Et voici Justin, c'est mon ami.
Ah, enchanté. Tu viens d'où?
Je viens de New York. Et toi?
Je viens de
Did you
Paris.
say used to?
Now it's time to try some introductions.
Picture this. You've just moved to your new place in Paris. It's a big, bright Parisian appartement that has a beautiful view of La Tour Eiffel.
Lucky you. It would be the perfect place to have some friends over, so you decide to host a nice housewarming party.
Your guests quickly fill the apartment, and as you're talking to your friend Omar, your colleague Elsa approaches you. Since you're still talking to Omar, you should probably introduce him to Elsa. Say, hello, Elsa. This is Omar, in French.
Salut Elsa, c'est Omar.
Bravo!
Bravo.
Let's give Elsa a little bit more information about Omar. Maybe as a conversation starter, you can tell her how you know him and where he's from.
Say, he is my friend. He is from Dakar, in French.
C'est mon ami. Il vient de Dakar. C'est mon ami. Il Viandu? Okay, I didn't say that part right.
Excellent. C'est mon ami. Il vient de Dakar. Enchanté, Omar.
Now introduce Elsa to Omar. Say, "This is Elsa. She is my colleague," in French.
C'est Elsa. C'est mon collègue. Voici Elsa.
Très bien.
Here is
Voici
Elsa.
Elsa. C'est ma collègue.
Enchanté, Elsa. Omar and Elsa really hit it off and start talking, so you decide to leave them and move on to greeting other guests.
Another friend, Sarah, walks your way with someone you don't recognize. When she says good evening, say, "Good evening, Sarah," in French.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, Sarah.
C'est super.
Bonsoir, Sarah.
Then she goes on to introduce the person she's with.
Voici Gabriel. C'est mon ami.
Say, "Nice to meet you, Gabriel," in French.
Enchanté, Gabriel.
Parfait. Enchanté, Gabriel. You're curious to get to know him. Ask where he's from in French.
Tu viens d'où? Tu viens d'où? D'où? Tu viens d'où? There we go.
Super. Tu viens d'où?
Je viens de Londres. Je suis anglais. Et toi, tu viens d'où?
He says he's from London, or Londres, and that he's English.
Answer his question. Say, "I'm from New York," in French.
Je viens de New York. Je viens de New York.
Excellent. Je viens de New York.
Je viens de New York.
Enchanté.
After many more conversations and introductions with old friends and new acquaintances, your night comes to an end. Thanks to your French skills, the party was a big success.
Yep, what a night. Now, time to get to bed. Talking to all those people has been exhausting.
I'm gonna do a quick matching game. I'm gonna be gone for how long is it? I had to put that joint out. It was a lot for me. Like I really don't smoke a lot. 1 minute and 45, maybe less. It's hard when you're high. Oof. Oh, we made it. Whew.
Get more with Super Duolingo.
I just realized there's a sound off button for that. You know, I do a lot of app stuff that has a bunch of ads on them, and I'm not going to pay, so I have to suffer through the ads. And I realize that they have finally blessed us, or maybe it's always been there with a sound off button. Damn, how many levels are there? That's insane. Okay, opinion. Let's learn about opinion in French.
Hey, Estelle.
Salut, Paul.
Recently, we've been talking about where we're from using vient de. Now, let's listen to our French friends discussing where they're from.
Bonsoir, je m'appelle Justin.
Enchanté, Justin. Je m'appelle Elsa. Tu viens d'où?
Je viens de New York. Et toi?
Je viens de Paris.
Now, how could Justin continue the conversation?
Well, Justin could ask Elsa if she likes where she's from.
Oui. To ask, do you like Paris? Justin could say, tu aimes Paris? Aime means like.
M.
M. Tu aimes Paris?
Tu aimes
It's your turn to try. Repeat after me. M. Tu aimes Paris?
Tu aimes Paris?
Très bien.
You can also ask the same question by saying, Est-ce que tu aimes Paris?
Est-ce que tu aimes Paris? Do you like Paris?
Est-ce que is made up of 3 words. Est-ce que.
Since est-ce que is such a common phrase, it's usually pronounced est-ce que when it's said quickly.
Notice the difference. Est-ce que? Est-ce que.
Est-ce que. Est-ce que.
Let's practice it together. Repeat after me. Est-ce que.
Est-ce que.
Est-ce que.
Est-ce que.
Est-ce que tu aimes Paris?
Est-ce que tu Paris? Est-ce que.
Est-ce que tu aimes Paris?
Est-ce que tu Paris? Est-ce que tu aimes Paris?
Bravo.
Bravo.
Est-ce que can be added in front of any statement to make it a question. Kind of like how we use do to make a question in English.
Now, you tried to make a question with est-ce que.
Say, do you come from Paris in French?
Est-ce que tu viens de Paris?
Super. Est-ce que tu viens de Paris?
Est-ce que tu
Let's listen to
viens
all
de
this in
Paris?
another French conversation. Claude, est-ce que tu viens de Paris?
Oui, Alice, je viens de Paris.
Est-ce que tu aimes Paris?
So how would Claude answer Alice's question?
Well, let's say he does like Paris. In that case, he would say, j'aime Paris.
I agree. J'aime Paris. J'aime is just je and aime blended together. So j'aime means I like. J'aime.
J'aime. J'aime Paris.
Now you try. Repeat after me. J'aime.
J'aime.
J'aime Paris.
J'aime Paris.
Excellent.
But what if he actually doesn't like Paris?
Who doesn't like Paris?
I know, right? Well, let's learn how to say it just in case. Just like I'd say je ne parle pas anglais to say I don't speak English, I could use ne and pas to say I don't like Paris. Je n'aime pas Paris. Now it's your turn. Using ne and pas, say I don't like Paris in French.
Je n'aime pas Paris.
C'est bien. Je n'aime pas Paris.
Now that we know how to say that we do or don't like Paris, let's see what Claude has to say about his hometown. Claude, est-ce que tu aimes Paris?
Je n'aime pas Paris. J'adore Paris.
Huh. It sounded like he used a new expression there. J'adore.
J'adore. That means he
J'adore.
really likes Paris. Adore means love or really like.
J'adore. It's easy to remember because it sounds kind of like the English word adore.
But keep in mind that adore only means love when talking about places or objects or activities.
Oui. To tell a person you love them, you may already know that you say je t'aime instead of j'adore.
Well, j'adore parler français.
Who doesn't? And next lesson, we're going to talk even more about love and learn why people love or don't love their cities.
I love it.
That was kind of cheesy.
In the
But-
last lesson, we learned to
but
talk
that's-
about like.
But that's what the what's it called? That's what the Duolingo French audio lessons are like. I don't know what they're like in other lessons, but opinion. Oh. This is black and it slid like this. And I almost thought it was a roach and I was gonna lose my shit. Okay. I am crushing it right now. Like on the leaderboard. They have leaderboards. And yeah, I have like 1,240 points. And the second person below me has 650. I have I'm almost close to about, I'm a little bit over half. This feels so weird what I'm doing right now. This is so strange. I'm gonna write about it though. Matter of fact, I need to write right now actually, so I'm gonna go. I'll probably be back later today because I just like talking to nobody but me and you.